Hi, my name is Solo P1 and today I'm going to be talking about the 2018 Japanese Grand Prix qualifying. And yes, my video has come late because it came on at 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. Well, the 4 o'clock in the morning, the practice started. I stayed up a little bit for the practice. Then I just fell asleep for a few hours. I had the Sky on. I just left the Sky on Sky Sports F1. I was just lying in my bed with my telly on, but I turned the brightness down because I wanted to sleep. I heard a bit of it, but not all of it. I had to re-watch it all, from the practice session to the qualifying session. Yesterday I got practice session 1 and 2, but today I watched Q3 and practice 3 and Q1, 2 and 3. So this is why the video is late. If it was in Europe, like the majority of races are, obviously it would have been 2 hours after, and then I would have uploaded the video. But obviously it's in Japan, and it comes on in unsociable hours, as I say. You know, I was tired, so I'm finally doing it now. Finally, and what can I say? There you go again. Season's done. The season is over. And I don't care what these Sky commentators... Well, actually, now the Sky commentators are saying now it's over. I knew it was over in Singapore. 40 points clear. He was in Singapore. It was over then. The season was over then. Even before Russia. Before Russia, it was over. But now, the Ferrari looks like the car's falling to bits. Handling, traction control, everything of the car is going to bits. I can't see him getting anything tomorrow. Maybe Kimi's got a chance. Maybe if Kimi gets into third place and Vettel makes his way back up through the grid, maybe Kimi will move over for him, but that's not a definite. I don't know, but Hamilton's flying now. He's flying. He's flying in. He was flying in qualifying. I was flying in practice session, and now he's flying in qualifying. There's no stopping him. You've got to thank the team of Mercedes. The strategy is since the Belgium Grand Prix, when they got whitewashed basically from Ferrari. Since Belgium, look at them now. Absolutely, everything they've nailed perfect. In Italy, there was perfect. In Singapore, there was perfect. Russia, there was perfect. The strategy team of Mercedes, you've got to take your hats off to them. This is why Lewis Hamilton. He's constantly thanking. He's always thanking the team. People think, oh, it's just a cliche that he's got nothing else to say. No. He generally in himself, he knows himself. If it weren't for the team and the strategy team, he wouldn't be winning his 5th world title, and he's going to be winning his fifth world title. And I don't care who. What podcast says, oh, maybe Ferrari's got a chance. They have got no chance. He's got at the end of this Grand Prix, he will probably be 60 points ahead. He's 50 now, but at the end of this Grand Prix, he'll probably be 60. The mods are just give him the trophy. Just give him the trophy. Give it him. Because there's no way he's going to drop the ball now. Mercedes are in a good place. You just can't beat Mercedes, can you? It's like the German man and the British man together, working together on a car. Because the factory's in Britain, obviously, it's by Silverstone. Then you've got, it's obviously a German car, but you've got British engineers all from Oxford, Cambridge, all them universities. You know what I mean? A German man and a British man building a car, it's just it's perfect. It's a perfect recipe for a car. You know, you can't beat them. Mercedes have been dominating since 2013, since the hybrid era came into it. And they're just going to continue to win it. They've won the construction. They've won the world championship. He's going to be a 5-time world champion. He's on his 70th pole. Lewis Hamilton, no, not the 70th, the 80th pole. He's on, no. Is it? Yeah, he's on the 80th pole. The 80th pole. 80 poles he's got now. 80 poles. You know, there's not, and he's still counting. Before he retires, he might end up with 100 poles. 100 poles. Who would ever think that? And look, he's going to be a 5-time world champion. You know he's going to be going in for that championship, 7-time world champion like Schumacher's got. You know that's in the back of his mind. If they say to him, oh yeah, you think you're going to get Schumacher's record 7 titles, he'll say, oh, probably not. But you know deep down now, after this title now, if he wins the world championship now, 5-time world champion, he's equaled Juan Martin, he's equaled Fangio's record. Fangio, the Argentinian legend, Fangio, he's going to be equaling Fangio's record. Five world titles. 5 world titles. He's going to be one of the greats of all time. He's up there with Schumacher. He's up there with Ayrton Senna. He's up there with Fangio. He's up there with Jackie Stewart. He's up there with Niki Lauda. He's up there with the greats now. He's up there with the greats. I know we've got a lot of haters out there, but it don't matter. Hate all you want, mate. Hate all you want. But you got to give credit where credit's due. Lewis Hamilton is great. He's great. Look at the beginning of the season. He finds a way. He always finds a way. I know that Paul Di Resta on Sky Sports hates him because he just can't help himself because he didn't get picked for Mercedes in 2013 and Lewis Hamilton did. I know it still burns him, but that's just the way it is. That's why he's doing endurance racing. He's not good enough to be in F1. He wasn't even good enough to be in the Williams. You know what I mean? That shows you he's got to do endurance racing now. He's not good enough. And he's in his heart, he knows Lewis Hamilton's the best around today. And he just can't accept it. It burns and it burns and it burns. And Lewis Hamilton knows this. This is why Lewis Hamilton smiles. He's there in the paddock on his scooter, up and down on his scooter, chilling. Not doing it. He's just thinking, I'm the man. No one's going to beat me. Vettel is mentally gone in the head. Mentally. Let me have a drink here. Got my nice Coke here. Sweet. Vettel is mentally drained. His arse has gone. It's gone. It's all over. To me, Germany was the starting of it. Actually, maybe before then, Azerbaijan. That was a starting of it when he done that master lock up and ripped his tyres to shreds. And then he went to flipping Germany, blew that, didn't he? And he wasn't the same since Germany. And then he had a little run at the Belgian Grand Prix. He had that little run. But ever since then, he ain't done nothing. He's making mistake after mistake after mistake. And you know what? And there was only one man who I listened to up there. The one man that knew Lewis Hamilton ever since he was a young kid. They went go-karting together. They went on the F2 together. They knew everything. And they know each other like brothers. Rosberg. Rosberg says the only way you're going to beat Hamilton, you can't make no mistakes. If Hamilton makes 1 or 2 mistakes for the season, you got to capitalise on it. If you don't capitalise on it, he's going to run away with the title. And he knew. When you had all these commentators like on Sky, bias as usual, Martin Brundle, Christian Horner for Red Bull, the engineer. All these guys were chatting rubbish about Lewis Hamilton, Paul Di Resta, all these guys. The only one I got respect for, the only 2 guys on Sky Sports who I got respect for is Crafty and Ted. They're the only 2 guys that call it straight down the middle. The rest are just biased. Maybe Anthony as well. Anthony's a cool dude. But what it boils down to, Lewis Hamilton is going to be a 5-time world champion. I don't care if he doesn't. It doesn't matter. If it comes out tomorrow, right? If it comes out tomorrow, I heard it's going to be dry in Japan tomorrow. If he comes out tomorrow, yeah, and he comes third, he's still going to win the world title. I don't care. I don't care if Vettel gets first and he gets third, he's still going to win the world title. There's only 4 races to go. But Lewis Hamilton can afford to have 2 DNFs. 2 DNFs and he'll still win the world title. And that proves, and where Lewis Hamilton was a few months ago, and now Ferrari has made too much mistakes, and now you see in the car now the reliability. Remember I told you at the beginning, watch all my videos, watch at the beginning of Australia, and I told you, do you know why you're going to win this Grand Prix? You're going to have reliability on the car. If you haven't got reliability on the car, it's never going to happen. I told you at the beginning, you remember, listen to my videos, go through all my videos, and you'll see. And now Ferrari's reliability, their tactics are completely gone. How can you come out on slicks, yeah, and there's no wet on the floor? Tell me, there was no water on the floor. Why would you want to come out on slicks? I don't get it, why you want to come out on slicks. And even Sebastian Vettel said to Ferrari, he goes, I think we made a mistake here. Duh! Of course you made a mistake. You shouldn't have come out on the slicks. You done yourself. Jesus. Anyway, let's get into this session. Let's have a look what's going on. I got a few notes in there, not much. You got Q1, Vettel slips, Sector 1 hazard on the track. He had a bit of a slip on the track, Sebastian Vettel, qualifying 1, Q1. He had a little slip. The car was all over the place today for Ferrari. Even if it wouldn't be wet on the floor, the car was all over the place. From the beginning of this session, Ferrari was on it. Even Lewis Hamilton in practice, he come on the radio and says, "Oh, I love this track. I love it. Oh, I love this car. I love this track." You know what I mean? Taking a mick. In his head, he knows he's already won the title. He knows. So in Q1, Vettel slips, right? Traction in his car. I don't know what's going on. At the same time, Marcus Ericsson hit the barrier. His rear end of his car hit the barrier, smashed his car to pieces. They stopped it. They stopped the session for a bit, and that was on turn 7. Marcus Ericsson, I don't think he gives a shit. I don't think he cares anyway. He's going to be gone by the end of the season. He's looking at endurance races like Paul de Reste. At the end of Q1, the guys that never qualified was Hockenberg, Sorokin, Alonso, Van Dorn, and Ericsson. They're all the guys that didn't qualify out of Q1. Now into Q2. Ricciardo's car was playing up. He couldn't even get out the blocks in Q2. Ricciardo. What can this guy go through? Unbelievable, this guy. No one's got the worse luck than Daniel Ricciardo. What more does this guy have to go through? What more? I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if you dislike the video or you like the video. If you like the video, cool. If you dislike the video, cool as well. At the end of the day, my opinion, right? To me, since... listen, obviously we found out just before the summer break that Daniel Ricciardo was going to Renault, yeah? Cool, yeah? But obviously before, the Red Bull must have knew before that he was leaving. Obviously, they get to know first, and then us as YouTubers or podcasters or whatever you want to call us, we know secondhand. So obviously, when Daniel Ricciardo announced it, Christian Horner and that knew before. When he won in Monaco, Daniel Ricciardo, the guy was on fire, and I reckon not long after he must have told the team then that he wanted to leave. He weren't happy. But have you noticed ever since then? Yeah, Ricciardo's been having bad luck. How can you have engine issues, power issues 7-8 times in a season? I'm sorry, that is unheard of. It's not just bad luck. There's just something suspicious going around. In my opinion, someone's messing with his car, man. It's all of look. You got Max Verstappen. That guy's having a great time. He's getting on podiums. He's enjoying his life. He's enjoying his team. But all of a sudden, on the another end of the garage, you got his teammate Daniel Ricciardo. What's going on with him? His car's breaking down. Did you see him? Look, if you watch the end of Q2, at the end of Q2, you got Daniel Ricciardo losing his rag. I've never saw Daniel Ricciardo lose his temper as much as he did today. Daniel Ricciardo was going, ah, because the guy couldn't make it out of Q2. He's cut the engineers. He had the head engineer just sitting there chilling on the side while the other guys are working on his car. Ain't got a care in the world. It seems like they're putting the old parts in his car, and that's what it seems like to me. The old parts are going in his car. Max Verstappen's got the nice, perfect, brand new parts are going in his car. Reliability, not a problem. Then you got Daniel Ricciardo's engineers over there. You got like I said, you got the head engineer over there in the corner, sitting there like butter wouldn't melt in his mouth. Doesn't really give a shit by the looks of him. And then you got his engineers there in the garage working on his car. Look like they're just changing the tyres, not doing nothing to the car. And then you got Daniel Ricciardo sitting in his car like he's thinking, what's going on? And then when he couldn't get out of Q2, he just walks out his car. Because if it was me and I was a driver, I think I would have smashed my helmet clean off the floor. But that's just me. But with Daniel Ricciardo, what does he do? He just stands there and starts going, ah, like a madman. That's all the rage built up over this season. Why is his car breaking down and not Max Verstappen? Ask yourself that question. I don't care if you're a Max Verstappen fan. Listen, I'm neutral. It doesn't matter to me. But as I see, Daniel Ricciardo, it looks like he's getting screwed. That's just my opinion. Okay, if you disagree with me, you disagree. If you agree, cool, whatever. Now, that's Daniel Ricciardo out. Then you got Leclerc. That was out. He done like Leclerc. He done some flipping 360 in his car. Jesus Christ. He was going in his car, done a little spin like that in his car. Looked kind of cool. I'm not sure if he done it deliberately. I don't know, but he looked cool anyway, from a fan's point of view. That was in Q2. So Ricciardo out, Leclerc, Magnussen, Sainz, Sorokin, and Ricciardo, like I said, out of Q2. Now on to Q3. Now, this is where it started to get weird for me, for Ferrari. Hold on. Right. For me. Q3. Now, Ferrari come straight out the blocks. They come out the pit lane, getting ready to go out into the track. Ferrari made a mistake from the beginning. They put the slicks on. Now, for some reason, some dummy in the Ferrari team, some dummy in the Ferrari strategy team decided to put slicks on the Ferrari car. It wasn't raining. There was supposed to be raining coming. It was on the weather forecast, whatever. You can't really trust the weatherman, can you? But the weatherman said there's going to be raining coming. I was thinking, whatever, I can't see no rain. They put slicks on. I thought, yeah, we're going to be smart. We're going to put slicks on. And we're going to try and get a fast lap in. But little did I know, there weren't no rain. So they was going round the first lap. They're doing the out lap in slicks. And straight after that, they had to pit straight away. There was no rain. They pitted to put the super soft on. But where Mercedes was clever, Mercedes... their strategy team, they thought, no, we ain't going to put slicks on. What we're going to do, we're going to leave the super soft tyres on. We're going to come out, try and get a fast lap in before the rain starts. And that's exactly what they did. You had Valtteri Bottas come out. You had Lewis Hamilton come out. Both done the fast lap. The fastest lap in Q3. They come out. Hamilton got fastest time. Bottas got the second fastest time. Perfect. So what did Mercedes do? What did Ferrari do? They ran in, put the super soft tyres on, wasted time. And by the time they came out the blocks, it started to rain. And then what happened when it started to rain? There was slipping everywhere. Didn't get the fastest time in, and he ended up being... Kimi was all right. Kimi ended up getting fourth, and then you had... at the end, you had Vettel end up getting 7th or 8th, one of them. I haven't checked yet, but it was about 7th or 8th. Big mistake from Ferrari. Big mistake. Now, basically, the title... let's face it, the title's over. The championship's over. It's all over now. So, let me just get the standings up. Let's have a look. Let's see if I've got it on here. All right, we've got the standings here. Right, we've got the standings straight on here. We have Lewis Hamilton. He's going to start off tomorrow and pole. P1. Second, Valtteri Bottas. Third, Max Verstappen. Fourth, Kimi. 5, Roman Grosjean. You know what? Hats off to Roman Grosjean. Roman Grosjean. I've got to give Roman Grosjean. This guy... 3 months ago was ready. He was ready for his P45. The guy was ready for his P45. But for some reason, he's clawed his way back, and now he's got a new contract for next year. Brilliant. Roman Grosjean, hats off to him. He's in P5. 6, you got Brendan Hartley. Brendan Hartley, another guy. His future is not set yet. He doesn't know if he's going to have a contract. In one of his interviews, he said, well, he's got his and the guy said, there is a contract, but obviously you got to prove yourself. Pierre Gasly, 7th. No, Brendan Hartley, 6th. And 6, that's the highest he's done in his career. All right, he's been there just over a year, but that's the highest he's done this year. He's going to start off in P6. Brendan Hartley, congratulations to him. And I hope he has a good race tomorrow. You got 7th, Pierre Gasly. 8th, Esteban Ocon. 9th, Sebastian Vettel. It's 9th. Sebastian Vettel is start. Why is he in 9th and Kimi's in 4th? Ask yourself. Everybody says that Vettel's the best driver out of the two. Nah, not to me. To me, Kimi Räikkönen's the best driver. There was an equal cars, equal terms, equal surfaces, equal tyres. And look where Sebastian Vettel is, 9th. Because again, he made too many mistakes. You're not like Rosberg says, you're never going to be a world champion if you make mistakes like that. All right, don't get... Oh, listen. Obviously, he's a 4-time world champion when he was in with the Red Bull. But you're never going to win another title like he wants to with Ferrari if he keeps making them mistakes. Because, Lewis doesn't really make mistakes. If he does, he'll probably make 1, maybe a smidgen of a 2 in a whole season. But that's it. Not by his fault. Maybe someone will crash in the back of him like they did in Silverstone. But if you make them mistakes, you're not going to win the world title. So Sebastian Vettel is in 9th tomorrow. 9th. 10th, you've got Sergio Perez. 11th, you've got Charles Leclerc. You got 12th, you got Kevin Magnussen. You got 13th, Carlos Sainz. 14th, Lance Stroll. 15th, Daniel Ricciardo. 16th, Nico Hülkenberg. 17th, Sergio Sorokin. 18th, Fernando Alonso. 19th, Stoffel Van Dorn. And 20th, Marcus Ericsson. And that's how it's going to be tomorrow. Now, I'm going to play some highlights for you. Obviously, I can't be no video because I don't want to get black flagged by YouTube. But I'm going to play a video. You should be able to hear the sound. I'm going to play the video now for you guys so you can hear. So there you go.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome along.
Me again, just like last week. I forgot to put the sounder on my unit. Hold on. Alright, go back. Give me 1 second. I always do this every week. Go. So that's all done now. Hold on. So twist that round. I'm going to play this so we can hear it. It's the highlights from the Japanese qualifying.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome along from Suzuka. It's round 7.
Do one run, put it in the garage, don't dent your confidence. Otherwise you're don't want to get beached there, Sebastian. You want to keep. And that's another answer for the tyres are good for 1 lap. Do one run.
2018.
Oh, he's had a spin.
Well, that's going to open his eyes rather than get his eyes in.
And that's another answer for the tyres are good for 1 lap. Do one run, put it in the garage, don't dent your confidence. Otherwise you're don't want to get beached there, Sebastian. You want to keep it going.
Oh, and that is Marcus Ericsson, and he has gone off into the barriers and has rear-ended his Sauber.
This is up through Dunlop, tailwind. Oh, he's just run out of road.
And that's never going to end well. Stroll is nearly half a second up on a time he needs to get out of the bottom 5. That's putting Gasly and Hartley under increased pressure now. Hulkenberg will cross the line, 11th fastest only for Nico Hulkenberg. But there are plenty now waiting to try and go past him. Stroll goes 11th fastest. Fine lap from the young Canadian, scored twice so far for Williams this season, and he's put himself out of harm's reach, as has Pierre Gasly as well. Carlos Sainz is moving down the order. Charles Leclerc goes 6th fastest. Brilliant lap from Charles Leclerc. What about Fernando Alonso? Only 15th fastest. Alonso very much on the cusp here. Sergei Sirotkin next across the line, and he pushes Alonso down into the drop zone. Williams have 2 cars making it out of Q1 at the moment as Van Dorn out-qualified by his teammate again and out of this qualifying session as Brendan Hartley goes 13th and Carlos Sainz goes 12th fastest, and Nico Hulkenberg is now down into the bottom 5. So Marcus Ericsson with a crash, out. Stoffel Van Dorn out qualified by Fernando Alonso again. Fernando Alonso's out though as well. 2 McLarens not surviving through to Q2. Sergei Sirotkin doesn't make it out either. Nico Hulkenberg out in Q1 for only the 2nd time in the last 71 races.
Q2 now.
That is a Red Bull of Daniel Ricciardo being pushed down the pit lane. What has happened there?
I don't know if you saw, but basically loss of power.
Okay.
It's starting to rain, I can see it in all the driver cams. It's raining towards Degna 1, Degna 2, down by the pits as the Toro Rosso's going for their next run, but they've all left it a bit too late.
Oh dear, the rain has come at the wrong time for Kevin Magnussen. We can ride on board now. Look how treacherous that was.
That's not going to give you confidence, is it? If you can't open the lap, you're not going to finish it off.
Charles Leclerc. That is a very impressive spin in between the first and second Degna.
So both Toro Rossos are through to Q3 at the moment by the looks of it.
They are.
You can see these videos.
There will be no smiles whatsoever for Daniel Ricciardo, who for the 5th time in the last 7 races has missed out on Q3 and must be wondering at the moment when he's going to catch a break. Exactly. It's like he'd gone into a heavyweight title fight and was trying to take on Anthony Joshua with both hands tied behind his back. We lost Charles Leclerc, Kevin Magnussen, Carlos Sainz, Lance Stroll, and because of a loss of power, Daniel Ricciardo. There is rain in the air, the track is wet. These might be the best conditions. We don't know. Mercedes have come out with slick tyres. Have Mercedes made the right strategy call at the right time, and a Ferrari just got it a little bit wrong?
Yeah, and as I've been counting every other car out of the pits, Crofty, nobody else has gone for the wet tyres.
As Ocon goes with a 1:30.1. It's not a bad lap time at this stage.
But then on the flip side, Ferrari are 90 seconds behind. Every car that goes by, it gets drier, and then if they set their lap time later and it rains, they're in the best position.
We'll see who's right and who's wrong along in a moment. First up, Lewis Hamilton's across the line. This is provisional pole with a 1:27.7. He was on pole last year here at Suzuka. For how long will he be on pole today? For the time being, certainly, because Valtteri Bottas has lost a bit of time as his lap went on and ends up 3/10 behind. So Hamilton has that clear advantage over his teammate and now has to wait for the Ferraris to complete their lap. Verstappen is a second down through the first 2/3 of this lap. Pierre Gasly goes ahead of Esteban Ocon, only by a few hundredths. Brendan Hartley, then by a few more hundredths, goes ahead of Pierre Gasly. Toro Rosso at the moment, third and fourth fastest. Verstappen would like to sort that out, and he does, and he goes third fastest himself. Kimi Räikkönen never been in the top 3 in qualifying on this track, and he's going to have to wait at least another lap for that as well, because it's only fourth fastest, ahead now of Romain Grosjean, who's gone fifth fastest in his Haas. But has Sebastian Vettel had a bit of a problem through Spoon Curve? He's gone so far wide, Paul, he'd almost ended up in the gravel.
He has done, he's just overdone it.
So rain is on its way.
See what I mean?
It's a typical Suzuka qualifying, and that does rather give an indication that the rain has come at the wrong time for Ferrari. This is going to be absolutely sensationally bad for Sebastian Vettel. If this rain keeps on coming, he might not get a chance to improve on that 9th place. That's Valtteri Bottas down at turn 1 there. That could have been very nasty. That's Kimi Räikkönen.
Yeah, look, it's too much water. That's it, Crofty. Hamilton, Bottas, Verstappen.
That's down at the Degnus, limping off into the gravel.
Went onto the gravel.
If it could have gone further wrong for Sebastian Vettel and for Ferrari in that session, I'm not quite sure how.
Master stroke.
As Mercedes.
Master stroke. So that's how it ended. That's how it ended, the qualifying. The big question is, the mystery is, why did Ferrari try and be clever, come out early with the slicks before the rain even hit the floor? I just don't get it. They should have came out like Mercedes with the super soft, try and get a super lap in. They should have came out and done that, but obviously they never, and they blew it. And now Mercedes are 1 and 2, and that's just the way it is. The season's over. Vettel's head's gone, in my opinion, and it's just a matter of time before they're just going to give Hamilton the title. I think if Hamilton wins here and Vettel finishes at the top 4, I think Hamilton's going to be automatically crowned the champion. I think. I'm not so sure, but anyway, that's the way it is. I've got an unboxing coming soon. I've got Assassin's Creed, the Medusa edition. I'm going to be uploading that soon. I'm going to be doing that unboxing and uploading it very soon. But this is my review of the 2018 Japanese Grand Prix qualifying. Don't forget to subscribe to me on Instagram, solo_P1, Twitter, soloP1, and YouTube, soloP1, and Twitch, solo_P1. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for listening. Bye.